What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new vlog. Today, I'm bringing you guys the well, no, it's not highly anticipated, but it's definitely been delayed. The Q&A video that I've been speaking about for about a week now. So I posted up on Instagram this photo right here, and I've been getting a flood of comments. Let me check right now, actually, how many comments it's sitting on. 2,240 comments, so not as many comments as my last Q&A video, but this photo hasn't been up as long. I posted it 2 days ago, so that's like on average, like 1,100 comments a day, which is insane. I like the sit-down videos, you know, especially Q&As, to be just kind of, you know, me and you time, as if you guys are actually in the room with me, kind of listening to me and speaking to me and having a conversation with me. And if you don't already know, I make Q&A videos once a month just to kind of get to know you guys a little bit better, so you guys can get to know me a bit better, so I can answer some unanswered questions or things that you're wondering about me. So I'm going to get straight into it. Jump right into the first questions. I asked you guys to ask me interesting questions, so I really hope that you've come through with the interesting ones. I'm going to go all the way to the top, and then I'm going to scroll through and choose one at complete random. Getting to the top is going to take like far too long, so I'm just going to start scrolling in 3, 2, 1, scroll and stop right there. First comment we have Sam.Jack or Jark, J-A-Q. How long did it take you to learn to board slide a handrail on a skateboard and a scooter? The first rail I board slided on a skateboard would probably be the skate park handrail at Camry Skate Park, the small rail. Probably took me a day. I think the day that I would have tried it, I would have landed it. And on a scooter, the first like decent sized handrail I did was at my local park, and that was like first try. But I definitely worked my way up. You know, I started on flat bars and worked my way up. I actually made a how to grind a handrail tutorial. I'll put it up in the cards right now. You can go check that out. I pretty much teach you how to grind handrails, and I did it at a street spot to mix it up a little bit, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already. We have Harry.8181. What was the school's response to you dropping out of school? So if you don't already know, I dropped out of school when I was 16, which is quite a while ago now, and I was trying to drop out, and the school kept saying, oh, don't drop out, don't drop out. If you drop out, we're going to have docs come to your door, and docs is like the Department of Children, I think. It's something where, like, basically they make sure everyone's at school, make sure, I don't know, kids are kind of doing the right thing. And I was in the principal's office, and they said, look, if you really actually want to drop out, you're going to have to work 25 hours a week. Now, because I couldn't get a job, like, instantly, they forced me into this, like, TAFE course where I had to learn how to make coffee. I think I only went, like, twice, and I never went again. And the school never followed me up on anything. I did actually get a job, but I wasn't working 25 hours a week, and I quit that job after, like, 3 months. They did try and scare me a lot. They really, and I was kind of worried, but then again, I was so determined on, like, my goals, which was scootering, and I didn't know it was going to be YouTube, but scootering, you know, something like to do with scootering, I just knew no matter what happened, I'd stay focused and I'd try and get somewhere from it. So the school's response was, they just tried to scare me, I guess. Alright, scrolling through. Bruh, it's Jamie1. How did you first start off with YouTube? Well, I started off with my 60D camera, and I used a fisheye to vlog. Got my camera, spoke to it, kind of filmed everything I did, but I've definitely improved since then. How did I start? I just did it. I just held a camera and spoke. Lincoln_Coles or Colas asks, have you ever played a sport for a team like football or soccer? At my old school in year 3, I was forced to play rugby. Then in year 5 and 6, I played tennis. I played actual like soccer, like football, soccer, baseball. Dude, I played a lot of sports. I actually really liked tennis. I think that was the sport that I did for the longest, but skateboarding and scooting really were my main priority sports. Cars_G_rolls. You watch Netflix? I do not have Netflix. In fact, I saw someone else ask, what TV shows do you watch? I literally do not watch TV. I haven't watched a full TV show in probably, like, literally since I used to watch ABC Kids when I was, like, 8 or 9. Like, I have not watched TV apart from walking past, like, my mum watching TV or my little brother watching TV. I've never actually sat down and watched TV for as long as I can remember. I just don't watch TV. Connor61405, Jack, have you ever had a pet in your life? I've never owned a pet. My little brother has a goldfish, and it's dead, so he doesn't have a goldfish. No, I've never had pets. Matt.B718, Jack, will you do another meet and greet? Yes, I'm really trying to get into the whole Australia trip. I know I've been saying that in my past, like, 3 Q&As, but Oz trip is coming soon, and I'll pretty much be doing a meet and greet all over Australia, and then I want to come to America later this year again. But let me know where you're from in the comment section below. Let me know where you think I should do meet and greets, because I'm really trying to get it all on top of that right now. And, yeah, leave a comment. Mike Berry, you will get too old to scoot. What will your future plans be? I will never get too old to... No, I'm just kidding. I probably will get too old to scoot. My back and knees are already destroyed. But, I'm gonna scooter as long as I can. I mean, there are people out there like Cody Donovan, who's like 27 or something. Or even older, I don't know. He's still shredding. Like, I think I'll Scooter for his life. I think I got at least another 10 years in me. And I don't know, I'll probably keep going with YouTube. I'll see what YouTube takes me. I honestly have no idea, but my plans for now was just keep scootering, keep making scooter-related videos, be like a real scooter-riding YouTuber. Jack.Newman13, have you ever thought about quitting scootering because of people bullying you about it? No, it's never bothered me. Tylen Gillies, if you were to spend a whole day with any pro rider, who would it be and what skatepark street spots would you ride with them? It would be really cool to ride with Ryan Williams because he's from Australia and I've never met him. He's killing the YouTube game, he's killing every game, BMX scooter, and it would be cool to ride his local park with him. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. By the way, I'm trying to make these questions as less repetitive as possible because everyone asks the same questions every single time. But, okay, this is a good question. The name's Nafany, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if it's not. Any SIG parts coming out? That's a good question, so I can't really say too much. I'm probably not allowed to say this, but I'm working on something with Urban Art right now. I can't say exactly what part it's going to be. You're going to have to wait till the scooter check comes out, but SIG part is in the works. Hopefully it's going to be out before Christmas. It's going to be sick, and maybe something with Outset too. I don't want to say too much, but there's definitely SIG parts on its way. Sebi_Chan01 asks, did you know any of the crew before your Ripperco sponsor? I knew all the guys. I definitely didn't ride with them as much. I rode with probably Kai the most, but I used to ride with, I rode with all of those guys way back in 2014, then I started riding with other people, but then when I got back on Ripper, I've been riding with them literally like ever since, almost every single day. Adam.25.j, how much does your scooter weigh? That completely rhymed. I have no idea, but when I get all my new parts and do a scooter check, I'll weigh my scooter and let you know how much it weighs. Next question, we got Jackson Bain _ have you seen the fight between Dylan Morrison and Skeeter Rat? A lot of people have actually asked me as well, like, what are your thoughts on, like, the whole fight between Dylan Morrison and Skeeter Rat? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to go into detail. I think all the videos like deleted, but I don't know. I have nothing to say. I have no idea. I'm not on anyone's side. I've met Skeeter Rat like once. Dylan Morrison I've met probably once. Like, I'm not like amazingly close to any of them, so I'm not picking sides. I don't even know how all that went down. It was pretty weird, but honestly, I have no idea. I probably need to speak to them personally to find out, but pretty sure they've made videos explaining all that. Streethan _ asks, do you have a job and where? I don't have a job. I'm literally doing YouTube like full time. Jobs that I've worked at though. I worked at KFC. I worked at Ben & Jerry's ice cream, which sucked. Ken, the manager, if you're watching this right now, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say anything. Paid me $7.40 an hour. Ben & Jerry's, KFC, and Toys R Us. Toys R Us was probably my favorite job out of them all. And right now I'm just doing YouTube. It's so cool that I can make, like, your love and support. You don't actually understand how cool it is. Like, sometimes I take a step back and realize how lucky I am to have all the fans who support me in what I do, who allow me to be able to do this every single day. It's actually so freaking awesome. I love you all. Bryce Dobson 423, which do you like better, New Zealand or America? New Zealand was so fun. America was so fun. I don't know. Tim_banana_G, will you be coming to Brisbane? Yes, on my Aussie tour, I'll be coming to Brisbane. Details coming soon. AZ_Cole asks, what's your favorite thing about your deck and something you don't like about it? My current deck, which is outside, so I'm not going to grab it right now. I like it because it's 5 inches wide. It's the right dimensions, width and lengthwise. I don't like it because the dropouts aren't square. They kind of curve off, so I can't do 5-0s. But the new Urban Art box deck will obviously be boxed, and I can do 5-0s on that. Scooty check coming soon, plug. Scrolling through literally so many comments. Next question reads, okay, for some reason, this is a question from a lot of people, and I don't know if it's like they've heard something, or they're maybe, I don't know if they've heard something about me, or they're basing it off just like a stereotype that, I don't know, skate parks or street riders have, but a lot of people have been asking me if I do like drugs, like, I don't know, give me a sec. I don't know, like, it's probably time to tell you guys this. I may have mentioned it before, kind of like on the sly. Some of you guys already know this. I don't know how many of you already know this. Basically, like, a lot of people ask me if I do drugs, and there's something I'm going to tell you today. The drug that I do is my prescribed asthma puffers. Serotype, Ventolin, you name it, guys. I actually have asthma now. Call it clickbait, guys, but just then, I literally took and wasted drugs. This is a drug. It is asthma. Now, this is actually going on from the question asked earlier, do I have any sicknesses? Have I ever been to hospital? Not for an injury, but for a sickness? And yes, A little story here, basing it off the asthma puffers. So, I have asthma. I was diagnosed with asthma probably about, let me just actually keep this here in case I need it. I was diagnosed with asthma, like, when I was, like, younger, and it's never been a big problem. Like, if I don't have my puffer with me, or I don't take the preventative one, which is the Serotyde in the morning, then I can get very wheezy, but I always have the Ventolin, which is the one that I take when I am wheezy with me in my bag, which is this one right here. I always have this one with me, which is the blue one. So, a little story, have I ever been to hospital? I forgot to ask the question now, but have I ever been to hospital not for an injury? So, at the start of year 10, this would have been 2014, and that following weekend, I wanted to do this big trick, way back before Ripperco was a thing, but when I was riding with Wesmer and stuff, I went to the doctor, and my mum was there, and they said he's having an acute asthma attack. So, you can either have an asthma attack on the spot where you're like, and you like, you know, something happens, but mine was like a big build-up. And I was just in the doctor's, just my local GP, and they said to my mum, you need to rush him to emergency right now. And me and my mum got in the car. I didn't really feel like I had to go to hospital, but I didn't realize how bad or, you know, how far the extent of the sickness was. We got to hospital, and they rushed me in, and I was in hospital. They said I was going to be out later that day, but I turned out being in hospital for 3 nights. I hated just lying there. I don't like hospitals. It's not a very nice place. The nurses were super nice, though. I got food, which was horrible. I got drinks, which was horrible. And I had a TV with, 1 channel. And, the question to do I do drugs? The answer is the biggest no ever, guys. I do not do any drugs. Not that, well, actually, I do think people that do drugs is bad. I don't do any drugs. And what was I smoking before? It was just literally a piece of paper from a ripped up envelope that I folded up. So that was just paper. On to the next question. We're gonna go down to the bottom to the more recent comments. What is your dream trick right now? I don't really have like a dream trick. I have like, just like any trick that I want to do at a specific dream spot. Like I want to go down El Toro one day. I want to go to Carlsbad. I want to ride like famous places and just do any tricks, you know, there, just so I can claim that I've done a specific trick at this like famous spot. Panton09 asks, have you ever been in trouble by the police and cops? Well, if you watch my vlogs, that could answer the question. I mean, I get in trouble technically like all the time by security and cops, but I haven't ever been in serious trouble apart from the whole Doubts DIY incident. If you don't already know about that, every video got deleted, including the explanation video. The police called me and basically, long story short, we tried to build a DIY. We chose a bad location, and the people that owned the location got me in a lot of trouble. I had to pay $1,340 fine, I'm pretty sure it was. That was fine, it sucked, but that was probably the most trouble I've been in. This is a good question. Daniel_Holmes23, if Claudius Vitesse came to Australia, where would you take him? I really want to take Claudius street riding. I know he's coming back to Australia in the summer, which is when he was here last time. I want to take him to a street, like, yeah, I just want to take him street riding. If you think it would be funny for me to take Claudius street riding for his first time, like actual proper street riding, like I'll really take him out to the city, let me know in the comment section below. I think that would make a really funny video. A really good video. Cooper.Luke7, do you rather rails or ledges? Probably, I'd rather a flat bar session than a ledge. Michael.Perry02, why don't you get your car license? Well, when I turned 16, which is the legal age to get your car license here in Australia, I never bothered getting my license because around the age of 16, that was when I mean, I still am, but I was riding every day. I was so focused on just riding, and to get a license here, you need to drive with someone with their full license for 120 hours. The only person I know with their full license who could possibly do that with me is my mum, and she's always busy with work, and I was always busy with riding. I never got around to it. Only recently I've thought of getting a license, but Jack McCann, who I ride with every now and then, he actually has like an electric scooter, like a motorized scooter. He has a Vespa, you know, that you actually drive on the roads. He told me it takes 2 days to get your license, and he takes his bars off his scooter, ties his actual scooter on the back of his Vespa, and drives around. And I was thinking, on days when I'm on my own, but I want to travel somewhere really far and no one has a car, or it would just be too boring to sit on the train, who thinks it would be cool for me to get a Vespa? I could make a vlog about me getting my license, my first vlog driving. I could even take it into the skate park. And it would just be so cool to, you know, strap on the GoPro in the morning, get on my bike, you know, ride over the harbour bridge, pop some wheelies, you know, untie my scooter off the back, put it together and ride. I'm thinking of getting a Vespa. Declan TJ, what is the best trick you've ever done? I actually made a whole video about that 2 videos ago. Go and check it out. I'll also link that in the description below. Mr. Richards __, were you bullied for riding scooters in school, and do you still get hate for riding scooters? I wasn't really bullied. I mean, maybe I was, but I just didn't treat it as bullying because I never really cared what the haters said. But I did get bullied. I mean, people teased me, and I remember after school, I would run home, grab my scooter, then get back on the train and go to my local park. But if I ever grabbed my scooter and went back to the station and there were school kids there, I wouldn't go to my local because I'd be too scared to walk past them with my scooter. So I guess it was bullying. It did affect me for a little bit. And do I still get hate today? I do, from various people, and I really don't care. I just use hate as motivation. You can either read a hate message as like, oh, he's hating on me, sad reacts only, or you can look at hate and be like, hell yeah, I want to prove them wrong, and use it as motivation. I take mistakes as learning lessons and hate as motivation. TCD.__.54 asks, when is your birthday? My birthday is on the 22nd of November. Luca Turner asks, what was the worst thing about school? Look, we had English, we had science, we had maths, we had geography, we had photography, we had history, but when did we have scooters? The names, Andy B, T-bars or Y-bars? Definitely T-bars. Okay, I'm going to answer 3 more questions before I wrap this up. I've answered a lot of questions. I've gone pretty personal and in-depth. This question, Darcy.Fletcher, what are your thoughts on people leaking your number? So in a video a while ago, I'm not going to say what, actually, I will tell you what video it is. It's called What's Under My Bed, and I showed like all the spare parts I have under my bed. I opened a package and it had my address, I think, and phone number on there. It's blurred out now. I uploaded the video and I got a call like straight away, and I was like, what the hell? And they're like, oh, your number got leaked. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I thought it was kind of funny. Then I got like 20 calls and I was like, I'm going to go blur it out. And I could blur it out on YouTube. I could edit it. But it took like literally months for YouTube to actually activate the blur. So many people got my number. Dunkeezy shared it as a joke on his story. People call me all the time. Sometimes I literally get 100 calls a day. Or I get like 30 calls within 1 minute. I'm going to have to pay to get my number changed, which is a bummer. I get it. And I do want to speak to all of you. But my number being leaked is just the most frustrating thing. It's honestly so annoying. I love speaking to you. But speaking to 100 people on my personal phone call a day when I'm expecting important calls is really frustrating. Ari.Davis asks, what's your sub goal by this time next year? Well, by the end of this year, my sub goal is 200k, and we're about to hit 150k, which is absolutely insane. By this time next year, 250k, and then 300 by the end of next year. That would be awesome. We have Trent.svg. Do you think you'll post different types of content in the future? Will I ever start posting different types of content on my YouTube channel? No. I mean, if anything, my videos will only change because they get better and I improve, or I move somewhere else and I start making videos in different locations, or I meet new people and ride with new people, but my content will always solely and purely be scooter riding or something to do with scootering, always. I want this, I said from the very start, I want this channel to be all scooter related, and in my Instagram bio it says, subscribe below for the realest, what does it say? For the realest scooter vlogs in the scene, and I live up to that every single day. I want my, oh, I just hit 133k. Oh, yes. Scooter riding vlogs, I want to be known as that, like, you know, real core street riding. I mean, it has nothing to do with street, but I want to be known as that, like, you know, pure, solely scooter riding, you know, channel, and not go into anything kind of too mainstream, if that makes sense. I just want to keep it scooter riding, and that's what I always want it to be. I want to keep inspiring you guys to get out and just ride your scooter every single day, which is what I should be doing right now, but I wanted to fill you in, I wanted to get to know you a little bit better, I wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit better, and I really hope I answered a bunch of questions that you guys were wondering about me. Anyway guys, that is probably going to wrap up today's video. I just wanted to get through a bunch of questions for you guys real quick, and I think I got it done pretty smoothly. A lot of these questions, surprisingly, out of the 2,000 questions I've answered before in past Q&As. So if you haven't seen all those Q&As, I will put them in the description below. I'll link every single Q&A in the description below so you can see other Q&As and, you know, learn a little bit more about me. I really do appreciate all of you guys watching and tuning in every single day to my channel. I try and upload every single day. If you didn't already know, I make scooter riding vlogs. I usually ride the streets with like the whole crew, and it's savage every single day, guys. You know what's good. I also make merch. I have a bunch of stickers still. Brand new t-shirts are in the works right now. I'm doing a big giveaway at 150k. So if you are new to the channel and you want to get involved in a giveaway and you only had to subscribe like 4k before the big 150k giveaway, subscribe below if you are new to the channel, turn on post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a video. And today's post notification shout out goes to this dude right here. I shout someone new out in every single video. So if you want to get a shout out just like this dude, hashtag notification squad in the comment section below, along with dropping a like while you're at it. Do all that good stuff below, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, peace out, have fun, go ride your scooter. Just, you know what I'm about, just having fun riding scooters. Just who cares what anyone says. Use hate as motivation and just keep killing it every single day. Peace out, dudes, and keep shredding.